right, posse, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Outlaw, back with another deep dive into the world of Battlefield. Today, we're going to break down something that's got the community buzzing, the Battlefield 6 Battle Pass. That's right, Battlefield Labs are going all in on the live service model again, but this time, it looks like they're learning from past mistakes. In this video, we're going to cover what the Battle Pass means for players, how it compares to Call of Duty and Fortnite systems, and whether this could actually improve Battlefield's longevity. So, grab your loadouts, sit tight, and let's get into it. So, first things first, what exactly is the Battlefield 6 Battle Pass? Well, based on leaks and early insider reports, we're looking at a tier-based system, most likely with 100 levels, where players unlock cosmetics, XP boosts, weapon skins, operators, and maybe even map-specific rewards. You'll probably have a free tier and a paid premium tier, just like we've seen in games like Warzone, Apex Legends, and Fortnite. The key difference here? Battlefield 6 is reportedly trying to tie progression directly to in-game challenges that feel, well, more Battlefield. Think squad-based objectives, vehicle mastery, destruction challenges, and class-specific milestones. It's less about copying Call of Duty and more about rewarding that sandbox chaos that makes Battlefield unique. Now, let's talk about the premium side, because let's be honest, if you're spending real money on a Battle Pass, you want to know it's worth it. Rumors suggest we're looking at exclusive legendary soldier skins, vehicle decals, weapon charms, and maybe even dynamic loading screens tied to specific battles. Imagine unlocking a Desert Storm-themed tank camo after grinding through vehicle challenges, or a paratrooper skin for completing airborne missions. And get this, there's been chatter about interactive cosmetics. Think reactive weapon skins that change appearance after kill streaks, or squad banners that evolve as you level up the pass. That's something we haven't really seen in Battlefield before, and it could give a real sense of bragging rights to players who grind all the way to the top. Of course, we can't talk about Battle Passes without comparing this system to the big dogs, Call of Duty and Fortnite. COD Warzone has really nailed down the formula. Constant updates, themed seasons, and tons of crossovers. Fortnite? That's on another level, with cultural events, skins, and crazy collabs. Battlefield is never going to be Fortnite, and that's okay. What it needs to do is take the COD model, but filter it through that authentic large-scale warfare experience. No one wants a Battlefield Battle Pass filled with goofy, immersion-breaking cosmetics. Players want gritty, realistic, war-themed rewards that match the tone of the game, but still give that sense of progression and customization. If they can strike that balance, the Battle Pass could actually keep players engaged long-term. But let's be real, Battle Passes aren't always popular. Some fans are worried this could mean pay-to-win mechanics, or that core content might be locked behind a paywall. And honestly, those are valid concerns. Battlefield 2042 already burned a lot of bridges with its messy launch and lack of meaningful progression. If Battlefield 6 tries to nickel and dime players, it could backfire hard. The good news? So far, everything points to the Battle Pass being cosmetic-focused, with no gameplay advantages locked behind money. That's the right call. But Battlefield Labs has to prove they can deliver consistent, worthwhile content every season. Otherwise, players will bail just as fast as they did before. Now, let's look at what the community's saying. Some players are actually excited because, let's be honest, when done right, a Battle Pass gives you a reason to log in, grind, and feel rewarded. It creates momentum and keeps the player base active. But others are skeptical, saying Battlefield just isn't that kind of game. It's about massive warfare, not cosmetic grinds. Personally, I think it comes down to how they implement it. If they treat the Battle Pass as a side reward system, not the core focus, then it could add value without changing what makes Battlefield, well, Battlefield. But if they lean too hard into monetization, that's where we'll see backlash. So, what can we expect in the long run?
Well, if Battlefield 6 is going seasonal, we'll probably see new maps, modes, and events tied into each Battle Pass. Imagine a Vietnam-themed season with jungle cosmetics and helicopter skins, or a Cold War season with retro soldier gear and nukes as finishers. The possibilities are endless. All right, before we wrap things up, let's zoom out for a second and talk about the bigger picture of what a Battle Pass really means for Battlefield 6, because this isn't just about skins, XP boosts, or fancy vehicle decals. This is about the future of the franchise, the community, and how EA plans to keep us engaged for years to come. Let's be honest, Battlefield has always struggled with long-term replayability. The maps are huge, the chaos is incredible, but once you've sunk 100 hours into it, the progression system tends to hit a wall. That's why people bounce between COD, Apex, and Fortnite. Those games give you seasons, a reason to keep grinding, and the fear of missing out if you don't log in. A Battle Pass, if handled correctly, could finally give Battlefield that same momentum. Now there's another angle here, player expression. For years, Battlefield has lagged behind in customization. COD lets you tweak every inch of your loadout and look. Fortnite lets you run around as literally anyone, from Darth Vader to Ariana Grande. Meanwhile, Battlefield players are usually stuck with a handful of soldier skins and weapon paints. A Battle Pass system, especially one that evolves season to season, could finally open the floodgates for more personalization, more identity, and more reasons to care about your soldier beyond just their gun. But here's the kicker. It all comes down to trust. After Battlefield 2042's rough launch, players aren't just going to hand over their wallets and say, sure, take my $10 every season. DICE needs to show that the content is consistent, the rewards are meaningful, and the game itself doesn't take a back seat to the Battle Pass grind. Because the second players feel like the pass is replacing real content, that's when the trust evaporates. And finally, let's talk about long-term support. If Battlefield 6's Battle Pass is successful, it's going to mean more regular updates, more content drops, and possibly a longer lifespan for the game. No more waiting months for patches or tiny updates. Live service means the devs are on the hook to deliver constantly. That's good for us as players, but it also puts pressure on Battlefield Labs to actually keep up the pace. And if they can do it, we might finally have a Battlefield that sticks around as long as Warzone or Fortnite. So yeah, the Battle Pass isn't just a feature, it's a test of whether Battlefield can finally evolve into a live service giant without losing its identity. And honestly, as a longtime fan of the series, I'm rooting for them, because when Battlefield is at its best, there's nothing like it. And if Battlefield really wants to compete, they might even introduce crossover events. Not Fortnite-level crossovers, but maybe historical tie-ins, film-inspired skins, or nods to older Battlefield titles. A Battlefield 3-themed season? Players would eat that up. So, Posse, the Battlefield 6 Battle Pass could be a game-changer or just another cash grab. Honestly, I'm cautiously optimistic. If they focuses on cosmetic rewards, keeps it immersive, and ties challenges to the epic sandbox gameplay we all love, this could finally give Battlefield the long-term support it deserves. One last thing before we end this video. The Premium Pass, which costs $20, is similar to the Call of Duty Battle Pass, meaning as you play and unlock items, you also get currency which can be used, if you hold on to it all, to purchase every Battle Pass for free after. So you would only have to buy it once and complete it every season to earn the currency for the next pass. But now, I want to hear from you. Are you hyped for a Battlefield 6 Battle Pass, or do you think it's the wrong move for the franchise? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get the conversation going. As always, this is Outlaw Gaming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay locked, Posse.